Hello, and welcome everyone. This is the Shine Beyond Cancer Show. This show is designed for anyone who's been diagnosed, currently going through treatment, or is now cancer-free. We know you did not choose to be on this team. We didn't either, but we kicked cancer's ass, and we are here to provide you inspiration, hope, and the tools you desire to manage the confusion and anxiety. We deliver you a remarkably detailed game plan for you to achieve clarity, strength, and purpose, no matter where you are on this journey. We are here to quarterback you through all aspects of your life so that you too shine beyond cancer to live a vibrant, abundant life. However, we are not here to treat, diagnose, or cure any illness or disease. We are making no medical or income claims. Let's get started with the show. Here are your co-hosts. From Wall Street to 9/11 first responder volunteer to wellness warrior and cancer thriver, Mark Slew. And from mom to marketer to master trainer and cancer thriver, Lisa Diamond.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of Shine Beyond Cancer. I'm Lisa Diamond.
And I'm Mark Slew, and today I get the honor of interviewing Lisa on our body issue. My body issue was last episode, and now we're going to talk about Lisa's body issue, what happened to her, and her thriving through her cancer treatments. So before you were sick, and before you knew you were sick, tell me what kind of shape you were in and how you felt.
Honestly, I was in the best shape of my life. I had just started my personal training business, and I was at 128 and solid muscle. I felt fantastic. I was living the life of Riley.
So you were living the life of Riley. What was your diet like? Were you eating well? Were you like, what was going on?
I was eating well. I wasn't, there was nothing crazy. I wasn't on a diet, but I've always ate healthy. I mean, I may make healthy choices. Now, can I eat a whole entire pizza? Absolutely. Do I do it every day? No. So for the most part, I was healthy. I mean,
So tell me what changed when you got the diagnosis and you felt like, did anything change diet-wise, appetite-wise?
Yeah, I would say I lost my sense of taste from the chemo. I don't know if that happened to you, if you lost your sense of taste.
I have it's crazy, I have different taste buds now. Like I like different flavors now than I used to.
Right, so I was really concerned. I was concerned, and I took my nutrition seriously. Unlike you, I actually did not get referred to a nutritionist at all. As a matter of fact, like things that were going around in the oncology office and the chemo was really frightening to me. I mean, I couldn't believe what they were telling people to eat.
Like what?
There was this older gentleman, and he'd lost a lot of weight, and he's like, they told me to just go home and eat a big steak. And I'm like, no, like.
And your office didn't have a nutritionist?
There was no nutritionist. I was not referred to anyone. I did all of my own research. I knew that certain things were going to happen. One of the side effects of chemo, if anyone out there is going through it, is mouth sores. I rinsed my mouth 5-6 times a day with baking soda and warm water. I never developed mouth sores. My taste buds did change. But I took a different view of food. Similar to like you did,
right.
Is I took a different view of food. It wasn't about whether I was hungry and I was eating. It was that this is what my body needed to stay in a healthy state and to get through the treatment.
So that, knowing you as well as I do, that's your personality, to do all your own research, all your own, learn yourself. What advice are you going to give people like that don't do that and like listen to the doctors and stuff like that?
Yeah, I would say watch Shine Beyond Cancer because we've been there, we've done it, we've had different experiences, we've encountered different people that have had different experiences. But I knew what I needed to do for my body. I was very body aware to begin with.
You're in tune.
I never lost or gained an ounce. I was 128 the day I was diagnosed. I was 128 on my last day of radiation, and I had no real side effects to chemo other than I lost my hair. You know, I was never sick. I didn't lose weight. I still had my energy. I opened a business, and you know, right in the middle of going through all of this stuff, and I was working, and I was still going out and all of that.
Did your diet change? Did you eat different foods? Did you like different foods? Did you?
It definitely changed. I don't think I ate nearly as much as I used to eat, and I don't think that's because it's not really a conscious choice. It was more of what I was eating. I was eating such whole foods and juicing and green smoothies that you know, my body got used to not digesting all of the crappy food, kind of, to be honest
Okay,
with you.
so knowing your story, nobody else does, I do. Your whole, how do I say, whatever bad happened to you happened after you were finished with
Yes.
treatment, right?
Yes, and it happened bad. So all the research that I did, my goal was to get through treatment, survive, live, and keep going. And that's what I did, but I didn't research far enough. Nobody mentioned anything about late side effects of chemo or radiation, and everybody's different, so not everybody is necessarily going to have the same experience that I had or the same experience that Mark had. But it was literally a year after I finished radiation, a whole year later, and
Which
hit
is when?
like that would have been January of 2015, and that is for me when my body wasn't doing well. I had so much inflammation in my body, honest to God. Like, I have a picture of, speaking of body issue, the Body Issue magazine, where I'm taking a picture from up here and I'm standing up and you can't see my toes. I look like I'm 8 months pregnant. And I'm not fat, it was just inflammation in my body.
And what was it? What changed? What they say?
Who?
What did the doctors say? What?
Oh, there was no help from that. So I felt like I had all these symptoms, like I had this bloating, and it didn't matter what I was eating. My energy kept getting worse. I could curl up in a ball at any moment.
That's about the time we met, right?
That is exactly, yeah. And nobody knew it. I mean, I kept going. I was still coming in here every day and doing, you know, what I needed to do to get through the day. But man, I'd get home and I would just go straight to bed. And
That's not like you.
No, it's absolutely. and I was getting really frustrated. And you know, my skin wasn't the same anymore. I felt horrible.
Well, you hit it well from Danielle and I, because we didn't know really that you felt like that. Because first of all, we just met you, and second of all, you looked like you were running your business and energetic and everything, and then you finally, I guess, came clean to us one day.
I did. So, you know, when I met Mark and Danielle, or I met Mark first and Danielle a couple of days later, but
She
you know,
keeps referring, because Danielle's sitting there.
I know
so.
Danielle is sitting so, you know, Mark and I shared this similar story and this similar path. And, you know, they would come in and work out 3 times a week, and I would do whatever I could to, like, literally kick their ass. And because they had so much energy, and I was like, what the heck? Like, what can I do to these guys to knock them off this power play? And I think it was August, so I met you, it was like 3 months later, 3 months after I met Mark and Danielle. And I asked them if they could come back later in the afternoon and talk to me about what I was going through. And honestly, they couldn't believe what I was telling them, right?
No,
I mean,
not at all. I mean, she hit it perfectly well from us. Was, like I said, energetic and running the classes, and we would leave and another 3 people would come in, and then another 3 people would come in, and it just didn't seem like there was anything wrong. It seemed like she was just running her life.
Yeah, but I mean, it was not good, and I used to actually get a little bit emotional about it because I felt for like 2 years, like I just fought my ass off to survive cancer and to build my business, and like this is how I'm gonna feel now. And so, you know, I literally confessed to Mark and Danielle, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what you guys do, I don't know what you're putting in your body, but here's what's going on with me, could it help? And Mark's like, oh my God, like that's how I felt. And Danielle just got the funnel out and just started pouring stuff down my body. And
No, like we said in the last episode, you know, everybody's body's different, and it just, your body took to it as well. Your whole system took to what we were doing for the last 4 years before I walked in, and we gave you whatever you needed to do, and it just worked for you as well.
Yeah, and the biggest thing I noticed was getting my energy back, and once that happened, and I understood what was going on with my body, and the, you know, what happens with those late effects of chemo and radiation, and then just really pinpointed, you know, what I needed to do. And now, like, I mean, now that you know me.
From what
I was,
yeah,
just to hear,
180 degrees. Yeah.
is been crazy.
But you also, this might be a couple of episodes down the road, but it's not all you do to keep your body in peak performance. You do a million other things, from energy healing to meditation like we did, to crazy cleanses that you made me do that I'm not very happy about that. But like, talk about all, like, how you incorporate everything and try everything and just
and I think
open to everything.
Right. I think that's the absolute right word, is that I am open to anything. I don't know everything, and not everything has worked that I've tried. And just because something has worked for me doesn't necessarily mean it would work for you.
Right.
But something along those lines definitely would. And you know, one of the biggest things for me was just like cleansing my body, and cleansing at a cellular level, and getting the toxicity of chemo and radiation out of my body, because it was literally, you know, they say, you know, the cancer won't kill you, but the treatment will. And for me, that was happening, and I mean, you know, I almost died in the hospital for a month with an E. coli infection in my bloodstream. And
That's a whole other episode.
That's a whole other.
I didn't mention it in my, you know, body issue also, but cleansing for me was a tremendous part of getting healthy again. Just after I was done with everything, after I was done with the stem cell transplant, excuse me, cleansing all the toxicity of the extra stuff that was in my body definitely helped, because they're not just putting in the right amount. I think they oversaturate and try to kill it as much as they can, and there's always residual leftover shit in your body that you got to get out.
Right.
Right?
Literally.
No, figuratively and literally, yes.
Yeah, so it, you know, the nutrition is, I think, a lot of times in the cancer world, and especially after for me, just doesn't get talked about. It doesn't get addressed. I didn't have any doctors saying to me, you know, what are you eating? And you know, there's that old saying, you are what you eat. And you know, the nutrition part of it is so important to, you know, getting your health back and keeping it, and keeping that immune system up, and cleansing.
Because you want, like I said before, you never want to go back. I don't ever want to go back.
Okay.
I don't need to do that again. Thank you, it's over, we learned from it, we're better from it, but no thanks. I'm done.
I'm done.
So we always end the episode, and we always leave you with something, a nugget, something that's in it for you guys. So what are you gonna leave everybody with right now?
Yeah, so you know, I thought about this, and you know, you have to think of, you've heard, you know, your body is your temple, and you know, and truly it is. And without that, and without the health and the nutrition, nothing else matters. And it's the number one thing that you should really be focused on. And you know, pay attention to what you're putting in your body. And you know, certainly if you want more information about anything that Mark and I have ever done, you'll be able to ask questions in the comments underneath these episodes.
So we appreciate you guys watching again, and like always, keep
shining.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Shine Beyond Cancer Show, the #1 cancer survival guide show for people wanting to kick cancer's ass and take their life to the next level. Be sure to visit our Facebook group, Shine Beyond Cancer, or head over to shinebeyondcancer.com to join the conversation, access the show notes, and discover our fantastic bonus content. Until next time, keep shining.